Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
For me again, you can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
What fi money in no money, what fi at you in no at you. Covid money missing way in the your little rat you. Use the youth them money, Mr. Buster man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take the spit of money, girl, and say that it's not you. On the head, the man above him, him a got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly well like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them
It
raise.
burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a teeth.
It burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't for me again.
Stibby-dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening, and welcome. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Global TV. Mocha is at it again. Government building, local government building start, get checked. I mean, every part of this government, central or local, there is something fraudulent going on. Also call the CG, Mr. Mears. But we say if we ask him if pigs can fly, we want to ask Oliver Mears something. So call Oliver Mears for us. And you must all, Sister Hollywood is on fire. What Hollywood fire is showing us is what sickness, death, and disaster always intend to show us, that your wealth, your fame does not put you above calamities and natural disaster. But we want to say to everyone in Hollywood who is facing the fire, those who have lost their homes, to those who have lost their life, we say condolences to their family. But if you keep your eye on what's going on in Hollywood, there's raging fire going on all over there. Beat and teach, Wagwan, good evening, good evening. Sharon Bernard, how are you? Marcia Thomas, good evening, good evening. Debbie Jarvis, how are you? Good evening, good evening. Dora Morris. Evan Riley, good evening and welcome. RJ. Joan Bailey, good evening. Ladybug, good evening. Sharon Bernard, good evening. Good evening. Thanks for the new membership, Debs. Thank you. Good evening, good evening. Real sweet, good evening. Who else is here? Sophia Hall, Marcia Thomas, Beverly. Like and share the live, please. If you don't know CG, Consul General Oliver Mears, tap him on his shoulder, then, please. We're under long enough to reach over to Oliver Mears. Tap him on his shoulder with a Willie Dunn, Lossam Riley, Christine Gilbert, Canadian Gal, Joan Bailey, good evening, good evening. Anne-Marie McFarlane, Paulette Lewis, Miranda Ruddock, Christine Gilbert, Patrick Evans, Christine Hypeness, Colleen Richards, Violet Watson. Good evening. You must have all seen that Mocha is at it. And they are, Grace Linton, they're at it at the St. Catherine Parish Council. But it's a part of their raid. It looks like this is a nationwide raid. 17 location target. Not all seem to be parish council. Georgiana C, how are you? Not all seem to be parish council, but I wonder if anything is gonna come out of it. We see the other day where when Mocha raided Anestia Hart, we see people get charged from that, Ransford McLean. But may I wish, hope, and pray that they might just get the chance to run through St. Thomas, not St. Thomas. Me always a mix up places. Port Antonio Mayor Max. I wonder if them are going to reach Upper Portland Municipal Corporation, because say Mayor Max, that probia need to stretch itself all the way to Mayor Max. Real sweet. How are you? Jamrock 8766. But we want to know if of the 17 location where Mocha targeting, if the Prime Minister's office is any of them. Because was it last year or when we see Mocha raided the education ministry? Was it 2023 3 or 2024, we saw Mocha raided the education ministry and take with computer devices and all them things. I don't remember if we did ever hear anything more further from that. But I'm hoping that what they're on now will become something much bigger in the cleanup of corruption in our politics and our public services. The problem, though, will they allow Mocha to go where the evidence leads? That is some of our big problem, you know. Can our law enforcement really work with their independence? Can they really perform their job without interference from government and from politicians? Can they do their job fairly at the lower ranks without brown uniform telling them come off of that or allow that? Because if Mocha and FID were really able to do the things that they ought to be doing, I don't think our politicians would have this level of corruption that we see tied and tangled around them. Hold on. I am not sure that would be happening. But because it's a free range season for corruption in our politics, our politicians them can just do just about what they may choose. If agencies like Mocha and FID were allowed to do their job, Rosemary Samuels, the finger-fearingness of our politicians would have been held in check long time now. The Integrity Commission, Estina Tyne, Alyssa Wiggin. The Integrity Commission is not enough alone to deal with the crime in our politics and our public services, bros, Michael Nipper. We want agency like Nipper and FID, not Nipper, agency like Mocha and FID, to kick off just about anybody door from the Governor General right down when there is a crime against us and a crime to investigate. Not that Horace Chang can call you and say loud that. I hope also that Mocha can extend their reach and their look, Renice Nicholson, to the rest of the municipal corporation across the country. Because we want to know what kind of deal Derek Sangster, the then mayor of Black River before the local government election of 2024. We want to know the 100 million or whatever Derek Sangster give back to Desmond McKenzie If you can't go town, go bish and bash. And there's so much incentivization needed to be done, Shauna Smith. So I'm hoping that Mocha can go as far as this leads them. As far as it leads them can follow it, because the corruption, Miranda Raddock, the corruption in our government, the corruption by our Prime Minister, Carl Roberts, it's becoming untenable for the Jamaica people now, because we just wake up to realize we're not a part of this game. We're only played as pawn, Colin Richards, in this game. We're only played as pawn in this game. We're only in this game to make sure we give them enough power to carry out their brutal attack on us by using state agencies such as the army and the police to brutalize us, as well as our political leaders and officials. Ram raid, literally ram raid through the country's budget when they so choose. Look at the state of our country, Jamaica. In 2024, in 2025, when we've been told that under this government, we have never had anything this good before. But it's a shocking dichotomy, Prime Minister, that it has never been this glorious under any leader. But we have never had any leader, Prime Minister, in front of the court suing the nation, which we will get to more later. We never have a Prime Minister that declare our roadways a national emergency. I don't understand what this Prime Minister means when he speaks, and Jamaica do not understand anymore. Because every time you catch up on him with something, he shifts to the other side. The real shuffle of a Prime Minister.
19.
I couldn't leave this stage without saying to you that corruption is not an issue that occupies the front of my mind. I couldn't leave here today and say to you that we still need to tighten up on the new anti-corruption systems and framework that is in place. In a sense, if you were to compare Jamaica to all the other countries in the Caribbean, our framework for anti-corruption would be the most advanced. It is not for want of putting in the legislative and institutional processes. They are there. But you have to bear in mind that we are also very new on the scale of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
Glorious and gracious speaking, Prime Minister. It's what you normally would expect to hear from a Prime Minister that is serious against the fight, serious in the fight against corruption. It sounds believable. One would hail it, especially before 2020, when the real rattle-tattle of the Prime Minister's statutory declaration, inability to be certified, start rolling down the road like an empty can, making a lot of noise. The noise, though, Prime Minister, got louder. It got to fever pitch on the 17th of September 2024, when this Prime Minister stood in Parliament, through his teeth and glasses, lied to the nation. The Prime Minister didn't stop there, did he? David, thank you very much. Violet Watson, thank you. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support as always very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Violet. The Prime Minister didn't just stop there. The Prime Minister and his cahoots charged at the Integrity Commission, something which continue to rattle and tattle its way through things. When you think that it was just about lies and denial, the Prime Minister says, all right, I'm you know talk to. Look for me on Jamaica. They are going to sue the whole of fish shut up Ladybug. We're going to sue Ladybug. I'm confused, but I'll try to explain my best understanding of it. You turn around, Prime Minister, and you run and you sue the Integrity Commission. And you say, Master Judge, sir, force them, hold them right hand with a pen and tell them to certify this. Tell them, Master Judge, say a lie, them a tell Palmy, them a mess up me. Good old character, something that the Prime Minister never have. Leave that aside. The Prime Minister friend to the Integrity Commission say, keep one on your cock and peep out Jamaica, because you might never know what Andrew and Norman Brown might get up to. Norman Brown get heated and say backside, them can't call me name. Me a man of good integrity. So me have to go sue them too. All right. Lawsuit still a go on, Unique Ray. Ketep. We just find out a couple days ago that this Prime Minister, the Honorable Andrew Michael Holness, DLP, because we don't call you DR, you know, because you don't near so. The Honorable Andrew Holness, DLP, we learned have sued the people of Jamaica, the state of Jamaica. You, the people, you left the rest of we out of it. We, the independent, those, the People's National Party, leave them out of it. The Prime Minister, labor rights. Like and share the live, please. The Prime Minister, Jamaica Labour Party supporters, is suing you. Because you can't separate, so you not involved in the lawsuit, you know. If the Prime Minister is suing the state of Jamaica, he must sue PMP, Labour Right and Independent. All the way, the Prime Minister sue. This Prime Minister, for him win the lawsuit against we will have to pay the Prime Minister legal fee. It is and it would be the same Prime Minister that will be coming to the nation in less than a year to ask you, the people, give me a second chance to sue you, a third chance, so I can sue you a second time, says the Prime Minister. Give me another chance. Give me a third chance, says the Prime Minister, so that I can sue you, the state of Jamaica, another time. Prime Minister, me never hear no madness like this before. That the people where you have in a court, you expect them, Prime Minister, to be in favor of your promises because of your good work, you know. And of your good work, Prime Minister J. Bless, is of your promises. What's the real story, J. Bless? I don't know what's the real story. We just have to follow what we know. This same Prime Minister who has sued us in court, something, Prime Minister, that will chatter along throughout your political campaign for a third term. Are you prepared to deal with an issue like that at the poll, Prime Minister? So where is the legal framework? The Prime Minister cannot have legal representation. No. A Prime Minister can have legal representation. Prime Ministers always have legal representation. If we are suing the Prime Minister, if one of Jamaica's citizens or a corporation in Jamaica is suing the Prime Minister, it would go to the state of Jamaica if it's not a personal lawsuit. But in this lawsuit of the Prime Minister has his legal team, which is his personal legal team. The Prime Minister is suing the nation, which will be defended by the Attorney General. This is the hypocrisy. It is Andrew Holness's own Attorney General. Stop the facts and stop the storytelling about the PM. Let's talk about the municipal corruption. Why you don't want me to talk about the PM corruption? That's the height of the PM. What is not factual about what the PM is doing? Why you don't want to hear that Andrew Holness, we are going to come to it in a matter of months to ask us to give him another term, is suing the nation, J. Bless. What is that not to talk about? I don't understand you, or I don't know if you misunderstand me, but never mind, move on, Wayne. Responding to Ladybug now, I'm confused as to particularly what the lawsuit against the state is about, because what I'm saying about the Prime Minister suing the nation is not true. Anyway, never mind. I'm struggling to understand what the lawsuit is about to the nation, if it's in reference to the Integrity Commission Act and the what you call the other one? The Integrity Commission Act and the Corruption Prevention Act, Section 14, subsection 5, Kenny Larkland. That's where my mind is pitching. I'm not saying that's the exact case, but if it's that where it's lead to, then it's the Attorney General that is named in the lawsuit, as the court is asking that the lawsuit be served on the Attorney General to reflect that the nation is being sued. So I don't know the misunderstanding what Jay Bless I have if he never read the article. But it seems as if for these people, if you not support Andrew, you automatically a tell lie. We will continue to tell the lie. We don't have no problem with telling the lie. This is what I'm alluding to Larkland, Georgina Dennis. This is what I'm alluding to. Could the AG decide not to defend the country robustly because all of them is, one, sympathetic to the Prime Minister, or two, is being bullied and being dictated to by the Prime Minister? Lawrence Wood, how are you? Dictated to by the Prime Minister, because this Prime Minister is a narcissist and a control freak, and he must have control over everything, because this Prime Minister wants to strengthen such anti-corruption body. But it is this same Prime Minister that when the anti-corruption body works so well that he is drawn into the frame, then this Prime Minister think their job is ultra vires, which is going beyond their legal jurisdiction or legal requirement. They're political, they're unfair, they're biased. They want to tarnish the Prime Minister's reputation. Rather than complying with the anti-corruption body, this Prime Minister thinks the best way forward, what the AG will do is the AG Larkland will appoint a team of lawyers, probably from the Ministry of Justice, or them can hire anybody them choose, but usually, if not the Attorney General actually defending the case themselves, because I've seen it happen in Britain all the while here. When the state is sued, the Attorney General or sometimes the Solicitor General leads on the case. So it's within them to either defend it themselves, either the Attorney General or the Solicitor General, or they can appoint a legal team to act on their behalf, which is more money that the state will have to pick up. Vincent, how are you? He made the law and turn around and sue its own law. Yes, this is the confusion of this Prime Minister. And a matter of fact, his entire parliament in the whole collective responsibility spectrum, because none of them disagreed with the Prime Minister behavior. In fact, you saw the video where they all made to show their support of how well they stood behind the Prime Minister. So when it comes to dealing with them on a general election spectrum, then we have to apply the same logic to the Prime Minister as we applied to them, because in the natural Westminster style of things, when a government is found so wanting and becomes so untenable and lack of credibility, you then have people in their party moving against them. You know that girl Justin Trudeau, because Justin Trudeau can't talk if I call him girl, you know. Because when Elon Musk and Donald Trump, I get very provoking now. I get very provoking and contentious. But when Elon Musk called Justin Trudeau, hey girl or my girl the other day, you never rant and rave about it. So if me call you my girl, then me not think you have a big problem with it. Ransom. We can fix it to anything we want, you know. Ransford. Deceiver, liar, promises. Or change it to deceiver, lying, promises. Adapt the DLP mean. Empress Deb, how are you? The IC was unfair to ask how he got his money. It is basically what the Prime Minister is saying, you know, Lachlan. The Prime Minister is really saying to the IC, you shouldn't be going so far to be asking where I got that bag from, or why am I carrying that stolen bag? Did I know it was a stolen bag? The Prime Minister claims that him don't do nothing, so somebody would have to do it wrong and put the money in an account. But if you remember, the Prime Minister lied to us on the 17th in relation to the bank account surrounding his parent, where he was acting when he was explaining to us that the parents opened them from me a chi euro, landi dan, blandi blanc. And me don't know much about it. But at the same time, this Prime Minister was running tantamount of millions through those accounts, which the Prime Minister failed to declare, even when brought to his attention by the Integrity Commission investigators on multiple occasions. This Prime Minister regularly turn a blind eye and act as if it no go so, nothing no happen. And then we later find out that this Prime Minister said to us, me go stop on and call my name. Uno love to call the Prime Minister's name, he said. And the Prime Minister go stop with from calling him. So the Prime Minister think to say, he suing the nation is going to prevent us from talking. It's going to prevent the Integrity Commission from wanting the outstanding information and documentation. Run one list that would verify the Prime Minister's statutory declaration. The Prime Minister in the lawsuit asked the court, Jermaine, J. Bless, go on and take your problem to the Lord in prayer, J. Bless. J. Bless, take your problem to the Lord in prayer. The Prime Minister think to say, him come and tell we the analysis story there. Hold on there. Hold on, there, watch my video.
What a shame. Oh God, they have no shame, no ambition, kiss man on the internet.
No, sir. We know the labor right don't have no shame for true. A long time they must struggle with the shame issue. Prime Minister we are suing. Prime Minister we are suing. Want with re-elect him. But I'm glad, you know, Prime Minister, that the court had set the hearing date for October. Something, Prime Minister, that will hang over your head continuously throughout an election campaign. Me no know how. Apartment fire at Turkle Towers in Oterius. Yes. Hold on, Jamaica. I need to get it over to my... Bear with me. I need to get it over to my WhatsApp. Bear with me, no here. I need to bring this story forward. Just bear with. Hold on there. Hold on. Right, yes. Right, let me bring this story to you that I just came across. Bear with me, please. Bear with me. Let me get my screen shared properly so we can look at this story together. I just see it pop up from the Gleaner. Bear with me. Them hope advertisement, yeah. Them always get palm in nerve. Bear with my people. Oh, this thing. I need to bring this forward. Bear with me. Oh, let's see what is happening in Ochi. Oh, stop it, will you? Will you stop that behavior? Let us see what is going on here.
Apartment fire at Turtle Towers in Oco Rios. Firefighters at the apartment at Turtle Towers, Oco Rios, St. Anne, which was damaged by a blaze on January 9th. Carl Gilchrist photo. A fire today damaged an apartment at Turtle Towers in Oco Rios, St. Anne. No injuries were reported. The fire was confined to the 9th floor of the 11th floor apartment building. Divisional Commander Anthony Hines told the Gleaner the St. Anne's Bay Fire Department got a call at 10:09 a.m. about the fire, and 2 units from the St. Anne's Bay Fire Station and 1 from the Oco Rios Fire Station responded. The fire was confined to an apartment on the 9th floor of Tower Number 4. The brigade went into operation and brought the fire under control. No injury or death was reported, Hines said. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the Gleaner's morning and evening newsletters. The cause of the fire has not yet been established. It is unclear how the fire will impact operations at the towers, as efforts to get a comment from Tourism Product Development, TPDCO, were unsuccessful. Carl Gilchrist. Follow the Gleaner on X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner, and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica.
That's what unfolded in Oterius earlier today. I'm trying to read the other article. Just bear with me while we're in the Gleaner. Let's just read the Mocha article with with J. Bless Amadoba. Bear with us. Bear with me, my peeps. Come on, article. What is your monkey story at the moment? Yes. Hang on a bit. Hang on a bit. Let us read this. Get away from office here. Come over here.
Mocha raids St. Catherine Municipal Corporation as part of multi-million-dollar fraud probe. The SCMC is now closed to the public as investigators conduct searches. Contributed photo. The St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, SCMC, is at the center of a major search operation being conducted by several law enforcement agencies in relation to a multi-million-dollar fraud investigation, sources have revealed. The SCMC is now closed to the public as investigators conduct searches, one source revealed. The homes of several employees and persons associated with them were also searched during the operations, sources further revealed. The operations, which began Wednesday night and are ongoing, are being conducted at 17 locations in Kingston, St. Catherine and Westmoreland. The major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, AMOCA, confirmed in a statement on Wednesday. The police, army, and the Financial Investigations Division are also involved in the search operations. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the Gleaner's morning and evening newsletters. The operations are aimed at executing search warrants at the various locations in connection with an investigation into allegations of serious organized crime, said Major Basil Jarrett, Director of Communications at MOCA. Livin Barrett.
Jamaica.
Follow the Gleaner on X.
This is quite a broad investigation, you know. MOCA, the police, the army, FID, Angeline, Ada James. But what I would want to hear from MOCA, who are the other agencies or so on, of the 17 of them that is involved in this probe? And is this probe centered at central government, or at local government only, MOCA? Or does it cross the line into central government as well, Barbara Simpson? But this is quite a wide probe, a wide anti-corruption probe, Jamaica. And I'm hoping that MOCA can give us some information and some resolve as to, sometime soon, as to if anyone has been arrested, if anyone has been or will be charged. The deluge, though, Jamaica, the deluge in all this. Remember, Paula Dolwellin is back. The bed blocker for justice is back. And whatever MOCA or FID the police investigates, they will have to cross Paula Llewellyn's threshold before we get them into the court. We can arrest them, you know, and we can charge them, Dorothy Elliott. But remember that Paula Llewellyn is still there. And she will come and tell us that there's not enough evidence to bring a prosecution forward. So we have to look out for them something there. Oh, if our law enforcement agencies only had the opportunity to do their job independently of political oversight or political dictation, we would really limit Because there's always a loophole for the most dangerous thief, like Andrew Holness, to slip through, you know. There's always that. But we could limit how much these public officials and politicians gain from corruption. It would limit what they gain from corruption. And this is why I say the Integrity Commission alone is not enough to deal with corruption when it comes to do with our politicians. We need people like Mocha and Sid to step up them game more. These people who have the power and authority to kick off door, to seize computer, to seize document, to seize anything that will aid them in their investigation against corruption and these financial crimes by our public officials. Oh, if they could just get the opportunity to do their job. All them $3 trillion, one no can't tell you about, you know. Them something that would be limited much more. One would have a thief at a lower scale. When you say we are going to get rid of all of the thief, them, you know. But one of cautious owner thief. The Integrity Commission with my lady there, she pick and choose who she prosecute. Twice, Keisha refused to charge Andrew Holness. And twice, it was a corrupt decision. Because in the 2022 ruling, there was enough information to take a prosecution against the Prime Minister. Keisha refused to. When Keisha refused to prosecute the Prime Minister, refer the Prime Minister for prosecution in the 2024 report, stating that the Prime Minister, there's not enough evidence to suggest that the Prime Minister lied about those 4 accounts in particular, the ones to do with his parents and constituency, but particularly his parents. The Prime Minister stood and lied to us, Shirley Bogle, but at the same time, the Prime Minister was using those accounts to transfer millions through. So it couldn't be that the Prime Minister did not lie willfully. If the Prime Minister failed to declare those accounts, while the Prime Minister is transferring millions through those accounts, then the Prime Minister have to willfully lie to us. So Keisha managed to come up with the decision, say there's no better argument to counter Andrew Holness's story, something at the start of that. It cannot be Keisha, because the investigators have to point out to Andrew multiple times about these accounts before he declared them, while Andrew was running money through them. So it couldn't be that Andrew forget about those accounts as he's making us to believe, because the transaction shows that the Prime Minister was using those accounts recent and regular to run millions through. So Keisha reached to that decision that there's no better evidence to counter what the Prime Minister says. That was another fraudulent decision by Keisha, just like in the 2022 ruling what she came out with. CJ Mears. Oliver Mayers, Caldwell Bankers, Mr. Mayers. The question we want to ask you, how much we pay you? Can we realize saying we pay Andrew for do how much a job, Minister of Defense, Prime Minister, Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, plus Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness do something there. Andrew Holness run 3 company, 8 bank account, and a study degree and thieving by night. And I run the country by day. So now that we find out, Oliver Mayers, that you have your daytime job at Caldwell Bankers, a real estate specialist, where you work at based on the information that I came across on LinkedIn, Mr. So on and so forth. Gamer boy, good evening. Based on the information I came across on your thingy rather, you have your daytime job, quite a lucrative one as well, in the real estate, brouhahas and blagadens, and you have celebrated 8 years at Caldwell. What are we paying you for, sir? Because hold on, I'm making a private salary, and we're still a paying of it. I don't know what it is we're paying on for. So we want to ask you, sir, how much we pay you and for what? And what else are you doing? I wonder, Mr. Mayers, if your real estate doings, Dorothy Elliott, your real estate doings, I wonder if you're helping the Prime Minister or assisting the Prime Minister with his purchasing of property in Florida, Mr. Mayers. Just asking. Just asking because, hold on, we've been over for Andrew, But tell Andrew say for go on like Tudor, you hear? Tell Andrew say for go on like Justin, because it is over. It is over. Prime Minister, you see the lawsuit, yeah? Take the weekend, Prime Minister. Take the weekend. Georgina, when we pay these public officials for do a job, we pay them an awful lot amount of money and give them a cushy position. The job what we give them is quite a big role. So for them out there doing all sort of different job while we are paying them, the question is to ask, how much do we really get from what we pay them to do? And what corruption may be twistedly involved between their job as government and their job within the private sector? We cannot pay them for do so much while nothing is done. And then we find out, say, them are do all sort of this and that. So, everybody we pay, figure sit down and go do them work. Otherwise, but when it comes to the people of Jamaica work, what we pay them for, nothing can get done. But I'm going to hope this smoker search go far and wide where we see politicians of all caliber is arrested and put before the court for the continuous fraud and treachery. Maybe, you know, Mocha, if you gotta be careful, Mocha not turn PNP, you know, because if you investigate anything, will put this government at the forefront of things. Anything for sure up this government, you have to be PNP as can to the narrative where them push. You dare not speak about your country and on a PNP you be. You dare not speak about the issues of your country and a propaganda you spread. You dare not speak about your country and on a bad mind, you bad mind and hate the Prime Minister. There is something that is lacking in understanding of how we deal with our politics. You cannot hold the leader of opposition to account. It is not our job in media land to hold the leader of opposition or the opposition in parliament to account. I'll tell you why. The power of decision making that we gave to the government, the power of spending that we give to this government, is not what we give to the opposition. The job we give to the opposition is a watchdog job to make sure they scrutinize and keep a watchful eye over how government conduct the affairs of the people. Thereby, the challenges of the country, anything going wrong in the country, anything going wrong in leadership, stops with the government, not with the opposition. When the opposition gets in office, I will hold them robustly to account, just as I hold this current government. But for now, the decision making and the spending power of the country is tasked to the government. Therefore, holding to account is not for us to walk around and hold the opposition to account for their past. Because if we continue to hold them to account for their past, we're not going to catch up to speed to the current happenings, to put measures in place to address the current issues of governance. Remember when the Prime Minister gave the 300% pay rise, when the Parliament gave themselves 300% pay rise, the Prime Minister told us, and this is not speaking in verbatim, this is paraphrasing him, nobody can complain, say them not pay adequately to do the job. Know that they're paid so well, them not have no excuse. This year, because of, based on the Prime Minister argument, a long time we work for peanut. So it's because we did work for peanut, why we never do much. But now that will not appear with so handsome, we not have no excuse, and we can't come to you with no excuse about the job we no give it. But later on, few weeks later, is the same Prime Minister come back, come tell us say many of his MPs across the country are failing. When the Prime Minister see that his failure, when the Prime Minister see that his failure is so broad, the Prime Minister not take the responsibility. The Prime Minister says his MPs, some of his MPs, are not doing their job across the country, thereby insinuating that that's why it look bad for me. And I'm not doing my job. Is the lousy MP them, the lousy MP them what me have, we're not doing their job. But Prime Minister, the ultimate buck stop with you under collective responsibility. If those who you put in a position to perform isn't performing, the buck stop with you. Because if they're not performing, Prime Minister, it's you that meant to get them to pull up their bootstrap. It is you, Prime Minister, that meant to give them appraisal and find out what support they need and in what area. But because you took up so much by your head, you run the country, you run Minister of Defense, you run the economy, you run policing. There's so many things, Prime Minister, which you run. And when people talk about your own personal thing, them like running your business, count up your bank account, them, and your company, them, and study for thief and lie by night. This Prime Minister think he deserves another term. Another term to make more mess of the country. Another term to steal more from the people. Another term to make more mess of the country. Another term to steal more from the country. We cannot continue like this, Andrew Holness. You cannot be so barefaced, Prime Minister, that at the same time you're taking a lawsuit against us. You're also expecting us to support you in a third term bid. To do what, Prime Minister? Because when you look at the OPM website, Prime Minister, and you speaking about your achievement, there's barely anything to speak about. Because what you're calling achievement, Prime Minister, are the things we pay you to do. It's not like you go above and beyond to put institutions in place. All right. We know you're right. And under your government, the Integrity Commission Act wrote. But your government was the one who put the act to implementation, as well as your government formed the institution of the Integrity Commission under the act. Turn out, Prime Minister, that are you the very same one in the middle of your second term is in a deadlock. Is in a deadlock with the country. with us, the people, with the Integrity Commission, and I'm sure people like Sid and TAJ that you have been referred to. You must be working hard at the moment to block them from initiating or carrying out their investigation. Your leadership is a disgrace, sir. And even the Jamaica Labour Party supporters should be disgruntled to know so when the country is going through so much, our Prime Minister is suing us on something very frivolous, really. Something that the Prime Minister will not achieve much on, will not achieve satisfaction on. Because the things that the Prime Minister has asked for, most of the important things the Prime Minister is asking for, the court simply cannot do. Thereby, if the Prime Minister even wins the second leg of the trial, the Prime Minister is still under a duty to provide the information outstanding to have his statutory declaration certified. The thing is, though, this rumble will continue even after this Prime Minister leaves office. Constitutionally, this Prime Minister must call the election by September. The court case is set for October, Prime Minister. I mean, it's going to be a wahala, you know. It's going to be a wahala, Prime Minister, on the campaign, because there are certain things which I'm quite sure, certain arguments, certain debates. I wonder if there will be a leadership debate during this central government election, Prime Minister. You'd be interested to know. It'd be really interested to know if there will be a leaders' debate. And if there's a leaders' debate, if you can withstand the debate onslaught when it comes to corruption and leadership with integrity, Prime Minister Valerie Godfrey. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight on The People's Point of View. It's good to have your support as always. And make sure, Andrew Holness, don't wait too long, my friend. Call the election now. I keep telling you this from last year. And you're going to wake up to say, I was right. Your best chance, Prime Minister, is now. There's so much falling down at you. That it's going to become worse for you the longer you make this thing ride out. There is still yet 7 illicit investigation to continue. JLP Councillor demand answers regarding signatory on the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation bank account. Hold on to my peeps. Let me see this article. Let's quickly read this before we go, my peeps. Hold on. Let's quickly read this before we go. Wait.
JLP councillors demand answers regarding signatories on St. Catherine Municipal Corporation's bank account. Minority Leader at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, Teresa Turner Flynn. Ruddy Matheson photo. Today's General Council meeting of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation descended into chaos as Jamaica Labour Party councillors, led by Minority Leader Teresa Turner Flynn, demanded answers about why Chief Executive Officer Marvelyn Pitter was still not a signatory on the corporation's checking account. This morning I wanted some clarity on the signatories to the bank account, because we have a CEO who took up office in late February 2024, and she is not a signatory to the account, Turner Flynn stated.
What happened to this thing? Why it stopped?
Turner Flynn also questioned whether the former CEO was still a signatory on the account. Mayor Norman Scott explained that the documents were submitted to the bank for Pitter to be added to the account, and they are awaiting a response. Councillor Corral Davis of MT Industry called for bank representatives to address delays, while accusing Deputy Mayor Ralston Wilson of withholding check approvals. Headlines delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the Gleaner's morning and evening newsletters. Wilson refuted this, saying, "I was in my office from 7:30 a.m. signing checks. I informed the accounts department at 2:30 p.m. that I was feeling tired and will continue the next day." Today's meeting took place after MOCA agents, who are investigating an alleged multimillion-dollar fraud scheme involving persons at the municipal corporation, were seen removing several boxes from the corporation's offices adjacent to the meeting room. Ruddy Matheson. Follow the Gleaner on...
Well, I'm only hoping that we get to know more detail as this investigation progresses. Christine Gilbert. The last time it was a bomb check. No, it wasn't Samoka. Well, let's see how it developed, Christine Gilbert. Let's see how it all developed. But I just wanted to bring you that article before we go. I just came across it. But thank you all very much. Join us back tomorrow morning, where we continue to look at the issue that plagues our country. It's lovely to have your support as always. Thanks to Debbie Jervis for her membership, as well as thanks to Violet Watson for her contribution. Thank you all very much. Thanks for watching, and good night from the Global Television Group.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment. If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.